The events of March 2026 have left an indelible mark on the American landscape, both in the lives lost and the economic shockwaves felt across the nation. Before we dive into the data, please subscribe to our channel to stay informed on the critical issues shaping our world. Now let's examine the details. The first and most tragic reality of this conflict is the human cost. As of mid-March, 13 U.S. service members have been confirmed killed in action. The fatalities began on March 1st, when an Iranian drone struck a tactical operations center at the port of Shuaiba in Kuwait, claiming 6 lives. Among those we lost was Sergeant First Class Noah Tietjens, a 42-year-old from Nebraska, who served his country with distinction for over 2 decades. We also honor Sergeant First Class Nicole Amer and Captain Cody Cork, whose bravery in Kuwait will never be forgotten by their fellow soldiers. The list continues with Sergeant Declan Cody and Chief Warrant Officer Robert Marzan, individuals who represented the best of the American spirit. On March 12th, tragedy struck again in western Iraq, where a KC-135 Stratotanker crashed during a refueling mission, claiming 6 more American lives. While Central Command confirmed the loss was not due to hostile fire, the impact remains devastating for the families of the 6 crew members on board. Major John Klinner, Captain Ariana Savino, and Technical Sergeant Ashley Pruitt were among those who perished in this secondary tragic incident. They were joined by Captains Seth Koval and Curtis Angst, along with Tyler Simmons. In total, 13 Americans have made the ultimate sacrifice this month. Beyond the battlefield, the economic consequences have been staggering. America's financial stability is facing its greatest test in decades. On March 4th, Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz, effectively stranding 20% of the world's global oil and liquefied natural gas supplies. The result was immediate. Brent crude oil surged past $120 per barrel, a 70% jump from pre-war levels. At home, American families felt the squeeze at the pump. National gasoline prices surpassed $4 per gallon for the first time in years. The direct cost to the U.S. government is equally massive. In just the first week of operations, $11.3 billion were spent. Wall Street reacted with volatility. The Dow Jones fell over 400 points on March 2nd alone as investors braced for prolonged instability. Global trade has ground to a halt. Over 200 merchant ships are currently disrupted, impacting everything from technology to food supplies. This leads us to the most pressing question for many Americans. Is a national recession now inevitable? The data suggests we are at a tipping point. Oxford Economics has already lowered its 2026 GDP growth forecast to 2.4%. The momentum of the American economy is slowing. BMO Capital Markets has raised the probability of a technical recession to 40%, a significant jump from pre-conflict estimates. Economists warn that if oil hits $140 and stays there, a recession is likely. At $175, it's a certainty. Consumer confidence has plummeted. The University of Michigan's index fell to 55.5, erasing all gains made earlier in the year. The Federal Reserve's planned interest rate cuts are now in doubt. High energy costs are driving inflation, forcing the Fed to rethink its strategy. While the economic cost is high, military operations continue. U.S. and Israeli strikes have targeted high-level leadership in what's known as a decapitation campaign. Iran has responded with force, striking U.S. bases and allied infrastructure across the region, including in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. To understand where we go from here, let's recap the step-by-step impact of this crisis on every American household. Step 1. We face the tragic loss of 13 service members, an irreplaceable cost that outweighs any financial metric. Step 2. The closure of the Strait of Hormuz has created a global energy gridlock, driving up the cost of everything we consume. Step 3. The immediate strain on the American wallet, from $4 gasoline to rising food and fertilizer costs. And Step 4. The heightened risk of a recession as our economic growth slows under the weight of sustained high inflation. Knowledge is our best defense against uncertainty. As these events unfold, staying informed is critical for every American. If you found this detailed breakdown helpful, please support our mission by liking this video and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on the latest developments. Thank you for watching and stay safe.